And here we are. And it's official. Nearly 3 years of waiting, and the Ripple versus SEC case is officially over. Both sides have agreed to drop their appeals, and Judge Torres' ruling is absolutely final. And for the first time in crypto history, we have legal clarity that XRP is not a security, at least not when traded on the open market. This isn't just a win for Ripple, it's a landmark win for the entire crypto industry. And now the fight is officially over. Ripple is doing what it always has set out to do, and that was build for the future of finance. And so, what does this ruling actually change? Well, XRP is not a security when traded on exchanges or used in products. And that means that retail users, developers, and businesses can use XRP freely within the United States. Only some past institutional sales of Ripple were deemed a security, not the XRP token itself. And exchanges can list XRP without fear of SEC blowback. And then finally, financial institutions have clear legal framework for working with Ripple and XRP going forward. This isn't just freedom, it's legitimacy. And now Ripple can scale its products like on demand liquidity, RLUSD, and tokenization services without having to look behind their shoulder from the SEC. And while the US was stuck in a courtroom, South Korea was moving forward. And just this past week, XRP was approved for inclusion in crypto ETFs by South Korean regulators, which is a huge win. XRP also became the number one traded token in Korea, surpassing even Bitcoin's daily volume, which I think is a huge nod to XRP. And why does all of this matter? Well, South Korea has one of the most strict and sovereign and tech forward financial ecosystems in Asia. It's a country that doesn't let outside technology in unless it passes serious stress tests. If XRP is thriving there, not just listed, but trusted and used, and now ETF approval is at hand, it sends a message or a massive signal, I think, to the rest of Asia and maybe even the entire world that XRP isn't just back, but it's actually ahead. But Ripple isn't stopping at legal clarity or ETF exposure. Just yesterday, Ripple announced the acquisition of Railed Finance, formerly known as Layer 2 Finance. And what Railed is, in simple terms, is it connects banks to DeFi without the usual crypto mess. And what I mean by mess, it means like they can create systems where banks trying to use crypto, well, banks won't have to try and use crypto wallets or manage private keys. Banks or institutions won't have to navigate through decentralized exchanges. These banks or institutions will not have to go through compliance hurdles or headaches. And there won't be any fragmented liquidity across change. And how Rail fixes all of this is it makes it simpler. And it acts as a middleware, a single compliant interface that lets institutions plug into DeFi protocols without having to go crypto. So no MetaMask, which is a platform, no cold wallets, no need to even touch tokens directly for these institutions. Just clean access to secure access. I'm sorry, it's just clean, secure access to tokenized yield, liquidity, and digital assets. So think of Rail as kind of like the plaid of DeFi. the invisible infrastructure that connects the old world to the new one. I think Ripple was already built to bridge traditional and decentralized finance, but now, with a banking license application in progress in the United States, the XRPL's native tokenization capabilities, RLUSD stablecoins are live, enabling stable on-chain settlement and liquidity. The acquisition of Metaco, giving Ripple institutional grade custody infrastructure. Also, the acquisition of Hidden Road, giving Ripple direct access to global prime brokerage services and liquidity aggregation. And what liquidity aggregation is the process of collecting or aggregating buy and sell orders from multiple trading venues like exchanges, market makers, and brokers into a single unified pool. Think of it kind of like a travel site that compares prices across airlines, but instead of flights, it's crypto and fiat markets. And instead of finding the cheapest flight, it's finding the best price to buy and sell assets in real time. And now we have the acquisition of Rail, which simplifies DeFi access for institutions. Ripple has quietly become a comprehensive financial infrastructure provider, not just a payments company. And let's break it down a little bit more. Metaco was acquired in May 2023 by Ripple, and Metaco provides secure digital asset custody for institutions. This enables Ripple to offer banks and asset managers a way to safely hold and manage tokenized assets, including real-world assets like tokenized treasuries, real estate, and more. Hidden Road was acquired / partnered in 2024, and Hidden Road is a prime brokerage platform. It gives Ripple access to deep liquidity and pools across traditional and crypto markets. This means better pricing, faster settlements, and seamless access for institutional clients, especially as tokenized markets grow. And remember what we said about Paul Atkins. He said the line was out the door to be able to tokenize real-world assets. Next up, we have RLUSD, which is Ripple's own US dollar-backed stablecoin, built natively on XRPL and Ethereum, and it acts as a stable on and off ramp for trading, settlements, and tokenized asset markets. It also complements XRP as a bridge asset, allowing smart pairing. And now we have the acquisition of Rail. Rail bridges TradeFi to DeFi, giving institutions one compliant interface to tap into tokenized yield and liquidity without the complexities of wallets or DEXs. Ripple can now offer turnkey access to on-chain capital markets. Ripple had the rails, now it has the on-ramps, the liquidity, the vaults, and the stablecoin to glue it all together. This makes Ripple an end-to-end solution for tokenizing real-world assets, for holding and managing them securely, for settling them globally, connecting to capital markets, and doing it all in compliance with global financial regulations. Ripple has quietly become a one-stop shop for moving, storing, and building real-world value. They're not just aiming to power cross-border payments. They're aiming to tokenize everything: stocks, bonds, currency, real estate. Ripple had the rails, now it has the on-ramp. It has the bridge, it had the bridge, and now it has the access point. For years, Ripple played defense, but now it has US legal clarity, global adoption momentum, institutional infrastructure, and a growing stack of compliant cross-chain tools. This isn't just about XRP going to the moon or not. It's about building financial plumbing, the kind of system that moves trillions of dollars, not tweets. If Ripple's goal has always been to embed itself into the foundation of this new financial system, then the foundation, I believe, is almost done. And they're about to start building upwards. XRP isn't just free from a courtroom ruling today. It's well positioned. South Korea is showing us what adoption looks like. The SEC has proven through action of a new relationship with cryptocurrency in the United States. And Ripple just bought the infrastructure to quietly pull TradFi into this new system without them even knowing what they're doing. So yeah, the lawsuit is over. But what is coming next, I believe, is way bigger. None of this is financial advice. It's just a deep dive into what I believe is a new system that is upon us today. Thank you for joining me. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, ask a question. We'll continue to explore this. And thank you so much for joining me. See you next time. Bye.